Welcome to Below the Belt. Welcome to each and every one of you. Carol Carter, welcome, Carol. A blessed day to you as well. Carol is one of our very early viewers joining us on YouTube. Carol, good to see you out there in the suburbs. We call YouTube the suburbs. We call Twitter. Twitter is the Bel Air. Well, Bel Air is Bel Air anywhere in the world, apparently. It's the Bel Air of social media, Twitter. And then you got Facebook, the ghetto, the rough and rowdy crew, the ghetto set. Folks, we love Facebook. That's where we there. That's where lines. Facebook. Welcome to Below the Belt. All of you guys who are joining us across social media. Welcome to our podcast, Below the Belt. And it's our privilege to have you guys join this our 10th episode. Believe it or not, we have already done 10 podcasts. This is our 10th podcast, Below the Belt. And we're privileged to have folks like Maureen Coppin Williams, and we're privileged to have folks like Margaret Nelson and Alexi Leon Innis. Maureen say I waiting long. Long I'm waiting. Maureen, good to see you. Maureen, such a present. Good to see you, Margaret and Latoya D'Souza, Enid Elliott and Mark Julian. All you fantastic folks. Mark is watching from Canada, all the way from Canada. Gemma George is on with us as well. Mark, we hope that you warm in Canada. Gemma, we hope that the weather is good wherever you are, or even if it's not too good, you're making the best of it. And good to see you, Benita Elise Parker. I guess some rich people name, man. Elise Parker. And uh, Benita is joining us from Festival City. Oh, the beautiful Festival City. Well, we know since rain set up Festival City underwater. Folks, you know what we want you guys to do? Do us the biggest favor. In addition to sharing the live stream, in addition to showing us those emojis, we want to see what the weather is like outside of where you are. So if it's flooded, put a picture in the comment section of that area. If it's snowing where you guys are, put a lovely picture up for us. Let us see how the weather is where you guys are. Folks, we're going to be opening up the mic to you guys today. It's Open Mic Friday. And folks, I want you guys to wait until we say it's okay. Let's get past the preliminaries. Let's get past the housekeeping issues, and then we're going to open up the mic so that you guys can join the broadcast live. And folks, I want to set the ground rules early. When somebody's on, wait for them to finish, right? And they're going to try to be as short as possible, folks, when you call. Kim, I see you there. Kim, is it Delon or Delion? Kim Delion from Tuckville. Good to see you, Kim. Kim said Tuckville flood. Folks, I see Ro Jackson is joining us from Manhattan. He says it's very cold in Manhattan. Ro, why don't you snap a quick photograph outside your window for us, wherever you are, and let us see what's happening outside where you are. I'd love to see some of the photographs, especially in the diaspora. And I'm certain folks in the diaspora love to see what's happening back here in the oil producing Republic of Ghana. So wherever you're picking up the broadcast from, Sean Samuel, joining us from, is it Augusta, Georgia? Yep. Good to see you, Sean and Gita Prasad. All you other fantastic folks. Snap a quick pic and let us see what's happening outside of where you are. Guys, it's open mic today. And guys, the weather here, oh my God, in Georgia, it is raining cats and dogs and some other animals. That's how bad it is. And we drove through some parts of the city, and we were we were a little worried the water was going to come into the vehicle. We were a little worried. We were inundated in lots of places in Georgetown. And just looking at the weather, according to the Met office, they're telling us, the Hydromet Guyana office, they're saying that, and this is the forecast from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. According to the Hydromet office in Guyana, they say it's going to be cloudy to overcast skies with scattered showers, intermittent to continuous rain. This is so, this is so broad, intermittent to continuous rain. This could be any day of the year, and thunder showers could be expected over coastland and inland location. I mean, this is so nebulous. This is so nebulous. All other areas, according to the Hydromet office, all other areas will see partially or partly cloudy to cloudy skies, cloudy to cloudy skies, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with scattered showers. Rainfall is expected between 50 meters to 6, I think we had 60 meters, from region 1 to 6, and between 10 meters to 20 meters elsewhere. I think we had 60 meters, region 4. And the Hydromet office advises that according to winds, it's going to be mostly light to becoming windy before and during showers. I mean, this is like this is like the most broad um, issue of a weather forecast as could be, broad as could be. But according to what we're looking at on our favorite weather site, which is weather.com, they're telling us there's a I know we came into the studios and it's raining. There's a 26 degrees outside. It's going to pick up during the afternoon hours to 27 degrees. There's a 36% chance during the afternoon of it raining, and that goes up exponentially during the course of the evening to 78% chance of rain tonight. 78% chance of rain tonight. But as I said, as we were coming into the office, it was raining cats and dogs. Guys, let us know how it is going down where you are. We got a couple issues we're going to raise during the course of the program, but we want to open the lines to you guys to call and let us know how things are going where you are. And if you guys want to raise any issue as well, we're gonna invite that. But let us try to be as concise as we can so that we can invite other viewers, other listeners, to share with us their contributions as well. The number you want to call is 627-6963. Be concise as possible. And folks, once somebody's on the line, let's hold for them to come off before you call. And you calling us via WhatsApp, please. WhatsApp calls as far as possible. WhatsApp calls as far as possible. And let me see. Somebody's correcting me where the meters are concerned with the weather. Let me be certain what the Hydromet Guyana office is saying in terms of the level. Yes, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Let me see who the individual is. Stephen Esteban West. Thanks for that correction, Stephen. And let me correct. With 60 meters is dead. We dead. It is millimeters. Correct. That was an oversight on our part. 60 millimeters. Sorry. Let me go that over. Rainfall is expected to be 50 millimeters to 60 millimeters over region 1 to 5, and 10 millimeters to 20 millimeters elsewhere. Right, folks. Please WhatsApp only as far as possible. Good. If you have another issue, I'm not going to be able to take your call. So WhatsApp us. WhatsApp call us as far as possible. Let me see if we have someone here. Hello, good afternoon. You're live on the program. Hello. You are live below the belt. Yep. And that one, false alarm, false alarm. Guys, WhatsApp call us only. We'd be happy to receive your calls. We will be happy to receive your call. 627-6963. It's Open Mic Friday. Let us know how you guys are doing at your end. We are eager to take your calls on the program. You have any issue, let us know how the weather is doing. I want to hear from some folks in the diaspora. WhatsApp us at 627-6963. Eager again to hear from you folks there. Let us know how things going. We are there. We want to hear from you all. It's Open Mic Friday, folks. 627-6963. And I'm gonna use the time to raise some other issues while you guys make up your mind what y'all doing. Guys, what are you guys having for lunch? What are you folks having for lunch? I'm having some coffee with cream. The folks here told me, the producers told me to say coffee with cream. But I can be a one way puppy. I can be my usual self. I'm having coffee with milk, people. Coffee with some milk. As a friend of mine used to say, mixed milk. This is not the milk, the box milk. I have a friend who has a problem with mixed milk. This is the powder milk that you mix into whatever you're having cereal. They ain't like mixed milk. Gotta be box milk or not. And some people too bush, you know. Some people too bush and stoosh. We ain't like that. We are not like that. Folks, welcome to the broadcast. Hello.
Hello?
Welcome to Below the Belt.
Good day to you.
You are live on our program. Go right ahead. You intended to be live on our program?
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling with a concern here, on the, with respect to the parliament and the opposition, because I think recess was over sometime in
Since the 10th of
December,
October.
but up to now, we in December, a couple of days from the end of the year, and I ain't see nothing going on in parliament except for some public accounts committee, and I ain't see nothing doing.
But Parliament is
But
they're reconvening Parliament on Monday. But there's a set of old business they're dealing with. Nothing to do with, for instance, local government elections and
I
deferring that
understand the
process.
part.
Hmm.
I'm familiar with the part, but my content is that um from where I from my view, I think the I want to know why the opposition seems comfortable with this arrangement, because I've not been hearing or hearing any outcry that there's no sitting of parliament. And secondly, this 7% that they give to the public servants. First of all, I believe there is too much of sugarcoating when it comes to the addressing the issue from the opposition side. I mean, I have not seen any real aggression or any real pushback um, towards this 7%, because I believe that the government believe that the public servants and those teachers and nurses, as well as those in the discipline service, I think they see these people as slaves,
Hmm.
right? They see these people as slaves. And I think the word servants, it's time that the word servant needs to become out of these public sector employees.
Hmm.
Because of the name of the word servant, this is why you see now these 3%, 5%, and no 7%, and all these, while billions and millions is given to other people, people getting everything, farmers getting almost 100,000, and all this everything. But when it comes to these government employees,
Next to
and
nothing.
I see some reading on the on Facebook. People say, "Well, I have money, I don't need to work properly," and so forth. So these people see the public sector employees as slaves, and the opposition need to say just that. They don't need to sugarcoat it, to nice up the word in, right? And the unions, and the unions need to be called, because all the unions are there. The GPUC, the public service union, all these unions, they're, right? So, but I believe the opposition majority of the support, the public sector, public servants support a particular party, or the coalition. And the coalition need to stand up for these people, because these will be the public servants and the discipline service teachers and nurses. These people work real hard, nurses and doctors working in the midst of pandemic, and now you can find is a 7% for these people with all this pandemic. And look how much money is being thrown out through pandemic, right? But the
Hmm.
people that is working in the hospital to save people and who exposing themselves at risk every single day, teachers working from home and online classes and all these different things, but yet our people can find for them is a little pittance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the big buys, the big buys, with this 7%, they're gonna be drying out how much thousands, a lot of
Correct.
thousands. And
Correct.
the real workers of the country, drying a little, because but what my concern is, I know the 7% would have come, or the 6% or 5% would have come. My thing is, even though we know these things, we are not seeing no strong um opposition. When I say opposition, I mean opposition in the opposition. I mean no strong opposition. These people are noticing, some people just start that. The public servants, everybody should have done tools already.
Hmm. Hmm. I hear you,
Down
my
tools
brother.
and
I hear
shut on
you.
the economy, because if they
I hear you.
realize it, public servants and the milk and is not important, well, let us stop work, and then you see who's important.
Great.
So there need to be some leadership. Leadership need to be given to let the government know that it is not correct. Now they believe that they deserve 7%. They talk two explanation. The president went on the air and talk two stubbornness, and everybody calm and everybody seems alright about it right now.
Great.
So that is my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Folks, there you have it. I hope the opposition listening. I hope the opposition listening. My brother says he wants to see more, more, more coming out. You can't just not have parliament and we just carry on as though it's business as usual. You can't just not have local government elections and we carry on as business as usual. So my brother is saying he wants to see more. I see Steve Esteban West again telling us that, for the time the coalition was in office, we didn't see him flooding like we see him flooding now. Right? Because we did some good work in the infrastructure system, in the drainage and irrigation, some good work. And I see people laughing at me. Ezra Glasgow, I see you. Ezra, I see you. Ezra calling me out. Ezra said there's a difference between milk and cream. Ezra, the people tell me, but say I'm having coffee with cream. I'm actually having coffee with whatever you want to call it. It's milk, is cream. That's what happened. But I say milk. I want to confuse y'all. You understand me? I'm not giving any shout out to the company whose milk I'm having. I bust a tin and I see powdered milk. I say, yeah, I'll mix it in. And that's why I'm having, right? Some folks says make milk, or all kinds of fancy things. I have my coffee with milk. And folks, I'm having a puri. We took a long drive into East Rheinveld. This is, well, Roxanne Burnham, East Rheinveld. And we were craving puri. We were craving puri. But the guys, and we want folks to advertise with us to keep the program going. So we ain't telling them exactly where we get puri from, but it's a lovely puri. So I don't know if y'all like this mixture. I'm having my coffee with milk, milk, coffee and cream for those who don't want to be so brash. Coffee with cream, and we're gonna have puri. And that's the prelude, prelude to lunch. Eva Jericho name calling prelude to lunch, folks. And let us know what you guys are having. And I'd love to see what's happening outside of your window, guys. So if you can snap a pic, if it's raining, your street flooded, you're in GT, you're in the diaspora. We'd love to see what happened outside of your window. Some people in the diaspora, you bust the window, it's a big brick wall watching you. We still want to see it. Snap a quick pic and let us know what's happening where you guys are. The number is 627-6963. And you don't have to call with a complaint. You can call just to say hello, to give some greetings, to say, have a fantastic day, my brothers and sisters. You don't always have to have a problem to call, but we'd love to hear from you. Nevertheless, Mark Carr, we see you there. Guyanese Brown Sugar on YouTube, we see you there. Ensure that you guys who are joining us via YouTube, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Anjun on the word, we see you too, Anjun. We see you. We see you. We see you. We see you guys. The line open for you guys to call. We want to hear from you. Try to be as concise as possible, and we're going to take the call. I see Shana. Is it Shanaya Bulkut saying that I'm part of the opposition as well? Yes, Shana, you don't have to remind me at all. When I see how they treat me, I know I'm part of the opposition. When I see the treatment of this install regime, I know that. I know that. But I out here every day fighting the good fight. Orwin Don Cook, good to see you. Good to see you. Orwin, I'm sharing. No beams. No beams, Orwin. Marlon, you live. Welcome.
Yes, I am live.
Live
Good
below the belt.
morning,
Morning. Talk the things, Marlon.
and how are you? First thing,
Fantastic.
how are
Even though
you?
it's raining cats and dog, we flood out and so on. I just sipping my little coffee with my milk. And all is well with
Okay,
the
good.
world.
Oh yeah. Well, we are having some. It's sunny here in Queens, but cold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the
Yes, it's
temperature?
sunny but cold.
What's the temperature, Marlon?
43, I think.
Oh,
43 or something. Yeah.
that's good. That's relatively good.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening, Marlon? Talk to us.
First thing. I think I am much disappointed in the opposition. I'm expecting more out of the opposition. I'm looking, I'm watching, and I'm not hearing much from Mr. Armon because a lot of things is being going on. For starters, this local government election. I mean, I'm not being surprised at the PPP not holding local government election.
Mm-hmm. They ain't surprised me neither.
Good. The opposition should have been coming out and saying more. And I'm shocked because I'm expecting more out of the opposition. I know they have their Congress and they're busy with whatever, but then they need to come out and do more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
Amma needs to do more. I'm expecting more out of him. He's not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the other thing we have been talking about last night with
Things
the
things tight
with
all over.
yes, things really tight.
Real tight,
And the
Marlon.
next thing, I'm very much disappointed in the 7%, which is not being surprising. And the 7% would be nothing more than but a 3% or whereabouts. But it's not surprising because it's in the PPP's DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And I am disappointed in the Public Service Union more than any other thing else. Mr. Yard needs to come out. They need to do something. They need to call out the workers, call out the public servant. We need to see some protest from the public service.
Yep. And you've raised an
Yes,
important point, Marlon, because it's not only the member of parliament who are opposition got a responsibility, it is the stakeholders in this country who
correct.
have a responsibility, of which the
Exactly.
opposition is part and parcel of that, to hold this installed
Mm,
regime accountable.
yep, yep. More action is needed, yes. But all in all, I have to thank you for whatever you were doing, and you have to keep the pressure on. I better that I make you the opposition leader.
You want to start problems now, Marlon. Full stop. I gone. Thanks, Marlon.
But you were doing a very good job, and you just keep the good job up.
Thanks very much, Marlon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
You have a blessed day.
You as well. Folks,
Yeah, good.
we're begging you, hang up on us, Marlon. Thanks. We're saying,
Mm-hmm.
when somebody's on the line, please don't call. Let the person finish, and then we open back the mics again. I know people. I see Margaret Nelson laughing at us. Margaret says, "Is he make milk for me?" Guys, it is what it is. You're below the belt. Shoot your shots. Welcome.
Hello, good
A
morning.
very good. Well, it's the afternoon here. I don't know if you're in probably China or you're in London, but it's
God is
it's just
good.
after lunch here.
Hallelujah. What
Go right
what
ahead.
I called to say this morning is that the world becomes so prejudiced.
Mm-hmm.
I just opened my Facebook page and I made a comment because they were saying that Rickford Board live in basement, and I type in a few days ago saying that the Indians are living like crab in a barrel
How funny.
in Liberty Avenue, and they
Mm-hmm.
blocked me for 7 days. So what
All
I'm
right.
saying, I see a lot of other things out there. The world become Facebook is prejudiced, they're biased, ERC is so biased. I have so much thing. I get angry when I see the wickedness of the world and the wickedness of PPP.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, Sharad,
Mm-hmm.
it's the media is biased. The
I
world is
hear you.
prejudiced. It's a spirit from the devil.
I hear you. I hear you. Thanks very
And
much for your
so,
contribution.
I see similar comments. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When they say Rickford Burg, like when they bait me, when you talk about the Indians, them, and this
No,
is what the
but
PPP is doing,
folks,
censoring our words.
I don't want us to come down to how Indian people live and how Indian people black and how
How did
black
this
people
call
live it.
black
I just
hungry belly dog?
I just
This
don't
call
want
black
us.
mahal. Next
Well,
time we call them out.
we
It's
understand
time we
how
call them
we
out.
understand
We are
how they
hungry.
are, but I don't want us to
Yeah, but listen to me.
hold on. I'm looking for
This
the
is
word.
not grace no more. This is Moses, Lord. Don't turn the other cheek. God hungry, yes. There's real thing going on in this country. It's time enough it stop.
But
It's time we call them out. Black role models are great role models. We are hungry belly. This is
and we
one black woman
understand that we don't
hungry.
need them to tell us that, because we understand if
But
we
we gotta remind them of their
if
ignorance.
we leave them to tell us that, we gonna
We
wait a
have
long
to
time.
remind them of their ignorance. We have to identify ourselves who we are in this
But
world here and let them know.
and while I appreciate that, I'm telling you, if we go down that
Uh,
road about black people living better than Indian people, we ain't going no place. We ain't going no
But
place.
what
That is
I'm
what they
saying, they're
want.
talking about. But how they know Rick Ford record like film them basement? What
Well,
does it matter?
you
He's a
understand.
role model.
You understand how these trenches gonna operate. You understand how the
Yeah,
trenches
but
gonna
that's what
operate.
you hear. You say Trent, you call out the name. I calling out the name. God said call out the name. This is not me, says it. This is God inside him, he says. Me I'm frightened them. Them demons know me. They know me, yes. I end time battle
All
axe.
right.
I calling them out. Then good.
All right, old time battle axe. Thank you
We
very
gotta
much for your
stop
contribution.
frightening them. They can't intimidate me.
Thank you for your
The blood of
contribution.
Jesus. Hello, have
In
a good.
Jesus' name. Hello. I like that.
In Jesus' name, Rabba Kotarayandra, in your life, in there, you watching the good in the evil. The time to take for Cheddar Wange, we name how much here 10 years. Make sure they get
I
a
hear you.
lifetime for killing 14 black lives that matter.
I hear you. Thank you so much.
Winston Jordan, 10 years. Make sure Jack, he got lifetime.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tell him Miss Perry says a lifetime for you. God gonna give you lifetime jail.
Jack Joe, you hear Miss
For
Perry?
killing 400 black people.
Jack Joe, you
Yes,
hear Miss
Melanie
Perry?
says so.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
a lifetime jail. Guys, the biggest thief in the
Thank you.
world.
Thank
And
you, Miss
God
Perry.
watching.
Thank you, Miss
You don't
Perry.
want me live. You must guy invite me live. I
Good,
want
good, good.
fool.
No, call after and thank you. who
Bye bye.
who vex lose? Thank you, folks. It is our studied opinion, and we love opinions. We love the variety of opinions. This is why the world is such a great place. If you eat okra every day, something around with you. We love the diversity of opinions, but it's our studied position here that if we go down that road of how Indian people live in, and how black people live in, and so forth, using those pejorative terms, coolie and all that, we ain't gonna go no place. And we believe that we bigger than that. And I ain't talking about we opposition. We in general, as a people, as a humanity, it's time the discussion advance. Don't let us degrade our discussion in that direction at all. You're below the belt. Who vex lose? Talk to me.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Sherrod, you and
Good
your viewers.
afternoon. Good afternoon. I know this person. Talk to us, my brother.
No name, no yes. I'm calling because I would like to let the Guyanese people be aware that local government election is a principal foundation for
hmm
a democracy.
hmm
And GCOM, even though it has its fighting, they should uphold their constitutional duties and function to ensure that our democracy is preserved and protected by hosting local government election when the time comes.
And
So
that's a fantastic point. And nobody should have to beat them and to agitate and to bring pressure for them to do what the Constitution says they should be doing. That's so.
in regard in regards of whatever functions that they have and they don't have the rights of the people in the positions that they do, they should ensure setting up the stage to host elections. Look at, for example, the United States. Even though they had a controversial election and so forth, they still held their guns and they held elections. If we are to be a democracy, we must operate as such. And
Two things are important. I'm happy you have drawn that comparison because Biden and Harris didn't come in and smash up the whole system. You understand
no,
me?
they haven't.
The wheels kept
We
on
can
turning.
we
Who
can
got to
have
move,
we
got
can
to move. But the other part I want
we
to note as well, and you can comment on this, they came in and they have been working with the Republicans, right? Lots of Republicans
yes.
feel that, Trump was cheated, right? But Biden is
The
still working with the Republicans.
one one of the fundamental things that a democracy must hold secret is that they must be able to work with the opposition in regardless of whatever viewpoints they may hold and to ensure that equal representation of their people.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot have this I am in control, I have the majority power, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do because I have the majority in the National Assembly and I hold the presidency. What I'm looking and seeing in Guyana is very disgraceful. And we as Guyanese should never stand for it and do not return to the days of old. As what we always say, this time a long time. We cannot, if we're to move forward and make our country progressive and to represent the people, we must be able to work along the aisles or work and reach out to the opposition and other stakeholders to ensure that Guyana is well represented.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
also, I'm very displeased of the 7% in which I saw the government has given the public workers. The teachers, the police officers, the firefighters, the defense force, they are fundamental to our democracy, and we must uphold these people and pay them fairly. 7%, $70,000, in my opinion, is not a livable wage.
Mm-hmm.
It is not, because the way cost of living is, And given the situation in Guyana, I do believe we can do better. Not just promoting oil and saying oil producing nation, but also promoting other sectors of our economy. We are
Correct.
diverse in so many ways.
I agree on all points.
So
I agree on all points. We
I
have
do
the money. We are
I
no longer a poor nation, but it's now the management. And they've been called out several times, and quite recently by the American government, talking about them setting up the oil resource fund and all of that to ensure transparency and good governance of the oil
I,
resources, asking for them to produce anti-corruption initiatives.
my next point of view, I do hope that the Guyanese people is looking and see what China is doing around the world
Mhm.
and take note of all this money that we are borrowing from China and signing contracts with Chinese company. I'm not against investment, but I do believe that Guyana investment should be put forth by Guyanese first. The Guyanese contractors and builders of the nation should be the first person to have the preference to go out and get these contracts,
Yeah,
even if
yeah.
they are small. Give them the opportunity to go out and grow their business and build the country and build all the infrastructure that we need. We're borrowing money from China and these countries, and they're bringing in their own laborers.
Hmm.
About 60% of the labor force comes from China to do certain jobs in the country. And what our Guyanese people are doing?
Yeah, yeah,
We have to continue to retool, re-educate, and our population for the
yeah,
for the future.
yeah, yeah.
For the future, because at the end of the day, if we are to progress and to be a part of the new world, we have to innovate ourselves and innovate our country.
Yeah,
You know, it's appalling to me. I just want to raise one more point. It's appalling to me to see that we can produce hydroelectricity within 5 years, and we're running to go and cut a road to Amelia Falls when we have the Chimari Falls there already. Regardless, if people want to say that was Bornum project, it's not a Bornum project or PNC project. It's a Guyanese project, and we should uphold and push that we should revitalize that Chimari Falls
Mm-hmm.
to produce hydro energy. It would help us in the long run. Within 5 years of any administration, it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that people can talk more about that and you can bring it up more in your program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so
I do
much.
enjoy it. I do enjoy your coffee and your porridge.
Thank you. Thank you for that
Okay,
intervention.
okay,
Folks,
Mr. Duncan. You do have a wonderful day.
you as well, and thank you for your support.
No problem, buddy.
Great. Folks, this puri really slapping. The puri I'm having today with my coffee and my milk, the milk, it really slapping. And the sour on the puri. Folks, I was sharing a meal with my son in the US early in November. Somewhere we were out eating, and I said to him, I said, the food tastes great. Now, my son is barely 13. He said, Daddy, we don't say that here. We say the food is busting. This food busting, folks. This food is real nice. It is real good. And I don't know, I've never tried this combination with the coffee, but it tastes fantastic. Folks, you are tuned in to the Below the Belt podcast with your host, Sherrod Duncan. It's Open Mic Friday. We're privileged to have you guys, and we've been saying if somebody's on talking with us, please don't call because it affects the production. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But the line is open now. Let's see who comes through. And we are privileged to have you guys. We're talking, and we're happy that that last caller brought up the Chumachamari Hydro Project. That Chumachamari area, it's a beautiful area, number one. And that project, had it taken off, would have been able to produce power for so many of the communities around that area there. The infrastructural work had already been laid. We've been there. I've been there and seen that area, walked on that hydro project that stretches across. I think it's the Potaro River that runs there. And similar projects like that can augur well for the Guyanese people over time. Guys, take the opportunity and share the live stream. And we do have a caller. You are live below the belt. Shoot your shots. Who vex lose? Who vex vex? You target things.
Who who vex vex? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go right ahead.
I am calling from Kissimmee, Florida, and it's 77 degrees. So I'm not cold.
Excellent, excellent. That is the
Yes,
place people want to go
and
to retire. The warmth and the beauty.
yes, and trust me, coffee and curry is not good marriage, but I leave it right there. Um,
I feel
to
attacked.
piggyback on one of the previous caller, we have to do what Michelle Obama say. When they go low, we go high. We know we're not living in basement,
That
so
was
we
the
don't even have
phrase
to
I
worry
was
about that.
looking
Okay?
for. When
Yes.
they go low, we go
Go
high. That was
go
the phrase I was
low,
looking for.
we go high.
Talk the things.
Okay? So that's what I wanted to say. Um, we know how we're living. So don't let us get into a fight or argument with them. To me, they're just blowing smoke. That's all that it is. But enjoy your coffee and puri. It's not a good marriage to me, but enjoy it. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that contribution as well. When they go low, we go high. No beams. No beams. Some of y'all are young. You won't even know what no beams mean. But no beams. None of that. It means I ain't sharing. I come from the old school, you know. I got my relations. Only look good. The Lord has kept me good. Suzuki, Yamaha, Mitsubishi. The Lord has kept me good. Guys, again, I didn't thought it would have been a good combination, but my coffee and my milk, my coffee and cream, folks. And I don't know, in other places they wouldn't say pour, they call this a wrap. My coffee, cream, and the wrap, they are hitting very well, hitting all in the right spots. So, guys, we have an open mic today. The number is 627-6963. You're free to call us on WhatsApp. And we ask you guys to share the live stream. We want other folks to benefit. Share the podcast. Those of you who are joining us on Twitter, give us a retweet there. You want to see those emojis. You folks joining us on YouTube, great to have you guys join us as well. And you can share that link via WhatsApp, even the Facebook link to the program. Send it to a friend of me, a side chick. It's cold today. People need something to do. Guys, we want to hear from you. The number is 627-6963. Call us via WhatsApp and let us know how things are, where you guys are. And you've got some photographs you want to share with us on the live stream as well. Put that in the comment section. Let's see how things are outside. And we do have a caller. You below the belt.
Good day, Sharon.
Good day.
I just want to make a I just want to make a contribution.
Go right ahead.
Um, yeah, it is nice to develop all the infrastructure, but at the end of the day, you got to develop the human capital.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we go down the road like what happened within the last 25 years, where the infrastructure was developed without the human capital properly developed, it means at the end of the all this oil and all these resources that we have, the average Guyanese person would still remain poor. And then what I notice is this has to develop the infrastructure because that is where you can thief the money. But you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think to build a structure for 28 million when you know very well it's worth 10 million. You understand? Think about 18 million going to the average man. How it would help.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the administration got to change the approach to doing things so that the resources of Guyanese could benefit the Guyanese people. That's
And
my
thank
contribution.
you very much. Thank you very much. And that is a fantastic point. Developing the human capacity along with infrastructure, because when that is done, you won't got roads broken away like you got in Silver City, London. You won't got bridge floating away. You won't got Fip Motilal and the ilks like him wanting to build hydro projects with no experience. Can't even build a road. In 15 years, you want to build whole hydro projects. It's a fantastic point that you have to have the human capacity being developed.
Yes,
Fantastic
yes,
point.
you got to develop the human capacity. You got to spend money at University of Guyana, develop the human capacity, develop the young people, so that at the end of the day the um the you have the human resources to help the country to move forward. How do you move this country from a third world to a first world? You have to develop the human resources.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Excellent
Yeah.
contribution. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I sent. I Sharon.
Yes, go ahead.
I sent a text on your phone. When you read the text, you will know who the person is coming from.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
Great. Folks, the line open 6276963. Call us on WhatsApp and let's hear your views on anything of concern to you. And you don't always have to have a concern. You could just call with some encouragement. Let us know how the weather is where you are. You're in snow, you're in rain, you're in water. Let us know what's happening where you are. We are grateful for all of the contributions. It is Open Mic Friday, and we said it's raining cats and dogs here. No beams, we ain't sharing with coffee, we ain't sharing, we ain't sharing the milk, and the puri almost finished. We have another caller. You below the belt. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Good morning to you and your listeners.
Thank
I
you. Thank
have
you, my
two
brother.
things. I have two questions for you. One, what's going on with this appeals for Order 88 and 99? Uh, and the second question is, why isn't the opposition digging lawsuits into the PPP government for the discrimination for the between the 7% for the for one set of workers and 250,000 for another set of workers. I mean, it just seems like no one's doing anything against the PPP. They're just laying down and they're just rolling over them.
Hmm. I hear you. I hear my brother. I hear you. Thank you for the questions. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to respond. I am not the thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Good. So I am not, believe it or not, the official spokesperson for the opposition. You know, I'm gonna get the opposition leader to come and have this open mic so y'all can put the questions to him, right? But I know there's lots of litigations in the courts, and they aren't always announced. And we have said that those folks in the sugar industry had already received their severance pay. So it'll be interesting. Opposition, hope you are listening. Hope you are hearing the questions you folks asking. And as it pertains to what's happening with the elections petitions, the 88 and 99, I think the 88 comes up for appeal hearing towards the end of this very month here. But folks, I'm going to try to get a more substantive update for you guys on that and to brief you folks on it. I did give an update in the recent past, and I'm going to try to get to update the update. We do have another caller joining the podcast. You below the belt, talk the things. Who expects?
Yes, good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Um,
What's up?
I'm calling from Region 2, where the weather is rainy this side. However, my concern, I'm
Where
just
where where
24
where
years
region
old,
to, if you don't mind me asking?
and a
Educators.
Regina next to the Technical Institute.
Great, great. Anna Regina, fantastic. Tell us.
Yeah. So I'm just 20 and 24 years of age, and I'm looking at the way that the politicians they carried this country forward with this racism thing. I think for as an individual coming up, we think we should get as one people and better the lifestyle of the country to develop this country. Because when you look at it, Sherrod, you don't want your children growing up coming knowing that black against East Indian, East Indian against Negro and those things. I think we should come as one and move this country forward to a better place, for a better Guyana, for a better tomorrow for our children and generation. That is what I'm calling to contribute towards.
I salute this contribution. This whole issue of race. It's them only some of the geriatrics we got with us. Really steep in this thing about race. Young people are really concerned about that. Right? You're too busy catching your tail because things tight. You're too busy wondering where the next meal coming from. Right?
It's more it's more than tight because some of the things them that you could get for 10,000. As for me, I'm a military person, and you buying certain things for 10,000, and the the VATs that are going on or the percentage that raised on these things are 14%, and you only get 7%. Things tight, but you gotta live and
Yep.
you gotta do. But in
Yep.
order
Yep.
to really go forward, I think we should put this who have more seats than who, and just move this country forward to the better, for a better tomorrow, for a better Guyana, for not only for you, but
Yep.
for all of us. part, the way we don't want a generation that coming after we have this racism inside of them. I think that Guyana is a very rich place, and it is not Guyana for the PPP or Guyana for the APU. I think
Uh-huh.
it's Guyana for all of us. We have a saying, one Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny. Well, let us live to that. And if we can't live to that, well then what are we saying it for? It's in our anthem.
Yep. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you so much.
Roger.
Excellent. Folks, an interesting point was raised there because again, people sometimes go so far back. I mean, is it I have a faint memory of the Burnham era as a child, but people seem to drudge up those histories when Burnham did do this and when Burnham did do that, and something with Jagan in 1974 and some sidecar and some street and some stuff like that. To God, right? I remember when Obama lifted some of the sanctions on Cuba. One of the points he made that he doesn't intend to carry forward issues of sanctions and embargo that went in place since he was a child and had no part in their orchestrations. And if we had moved past that period, we had to move forward, right? If we wanted to build and develop and so on, right? And one of the things he talked about the Iraq War is that he had no issue with supporting a dumb war, right? Some of these things we hold on to is life and death. Something Barnum did sometime and somebody else did sometime, 60, 70 years ago. And that forms the basis of our worldview. And the whole world has gone on, right? And that is why sometimes I'm so peeved with politicians. When you hear them, it's a set of old, their whole lexicon is 1970. The whole dictionary, the frame of reference is 1974. Oh, when we were a colonial territory, and so people are held ransom at all of these worldviews that we have, right? And we might never get truth and reconciliation, but at some point, we gotta move on, right? Not forgive and forget. History has to be instructive, and that is the purpose of it, right? That's the purpose of it. But we have got to do what we have got to do, and to go back there and this whole division of who is Indian and who is black and all of that. You understand me, folks? We really got to grow up as a nation. We got to grow up quick as a nation. Quick. The lines are open. The number is 627-6963. Call us on WhatsApp. And we do have a caller. You're below the belt. Talk the things. Shoot the shots. Who vex? Go right ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Sherrod.
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
man. Yeah, I was listening to your show and stuff like that. Sherrod, we gotta understand that the PPP is a confrontational political party, you know, and ones will have to understand who wants to come up or oppose the PPP. Will have to understand the entire way of the PPP. Otherwise than that, there's no stopping them. There's no stopping them. Now, look for example the parliament. I think you guys should start to be more proactive. Start to make out plans. Use that parliament when it is convenient. Do not do, as far as I'm concerned, do not go there when the PPP wants a parliament.
Mm-hmm.
And when you use it as,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, generally speaking, when it is convenient to the opposition. Otherwise than that, to hell was Parliament. They don't have what it calls for Guyana Parliament. The opposition do not have that. I mean, I understand what you guys said. You have to go in there to expose them and dispose of them. You understand me? It is not that is not a bad idea, but you have to understand the general sense of it. You have to get something out of it when you go in there to Parliament.
I hear you. I hear
You,
you. And I
you
agree with
know.
you on that note that you have to have a strategy. What is your role engaging the parliament, engaging the National Assembly? You have to get something out of it. I love that point. I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the yeah. So that's the we have to the politicians there in the opposition will have to accept the reality there with the PPP. That's the only way you guys could confront them and hit areas that will be effective. You see what is going on. You see what is going on there at GCOM to this day, since the PPP mentioned that, well, listen, we are not going back to any polls with certain individuals, and they maintain it. They've been successful in that area. To this day, the opposition never came out with a word with their demands also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is the problem. This is the problem. As I said this morning, the Congress seems and the ideas that are being given to supporters that whenever there's a decision, the final decision of a leadership, that person will be the Messiah. Well, we're gonna sit and wait and look and see what is going on. And we saw this Messiah gonna go on when the political space is getting tiny as the day go by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Yep. Yep.
So there are some opportunities there that was existing that I think the opposition dropped the ball. Dropped the ball. They should have put out. They also should have put out a demand.
Mm-hmm.
The same the same problem that you guys are having there in the parliament is the same thing there in GCOM. They don't have what it calls for to be effective. The opposition tree commissioner. So they also have to get a plan. Whenever they go there, whenever there's something coming out of GCOM, they must have some sort of results. They must have a plan to get the results. Or if not,
I,
as long as you go there and you sit there, you don't have to do anything. They just want you to sit there and you legitimize every religious program that was on the agenda.
mm-hmm.
And that is what the PPP. They just want you to sit down there. Come and you sit there. And as long as you bite my bait and you come and sit down there, you legitimize every religious thing that is taking place there. Although you oppose it, you don't have what it takes to stop it. We just need you to sit there and then we tell the world that yes, we had a meeting and everybody was there.
Yeah. I hear you.
So then so there's no way you could argue about that. So you gotta get plans to these guys, man.
Thank you
You
for your
gotta get plans
contribution.
to these guys. Yeah.
Thank you for your
All
contribution, my
right,
brother.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you to allowing me. Bye bye.
Great, great. We have another caller as well. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Go right ahead. Talk the things.
Hello.
Hello, you live below the belt.
Hello, Cheryl. It's Candy here.
I can see that. I didn't know whether you wanted to be
Okay,
named,
first of
but
all, I just want
good to see you,
to
Candy. Mhm.
no. I just want to find out one thing. I just want to find out why is the PPP after Rickford Burke? And why are they
They must see
ridiculing him?
likey.
What crime has he done?
I was watching it. He said they must see likey. I don't know.
Was he like he? No, I find that is ridiculous because Air Flap Ali and Moonshine Jack, they was doing nothing than promoting
Wait,
racism
who
all the time. It's generating
hold on,
from
Candy.
them.
Candy,
They
hold on.
are the
Candy,
core.
hold on. Who
No,
who jagged you? Hold on, don't rush past this thing.
Moonshine Jagdeo. Moonshine Jagdeo. I know you want to find out this thing. Moonshine Jagdeo and Air Flap Ali. That's my name for them.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead,
Yeah,
Candy.
what I'm saying is, I haven't seen anything wrong with what he said. What Rickford said. Rickford is representing the the people's rights in the whole, in generally, whether you're coolie or black or how they would want to put it, how these cabal people want to put it, or this install government. And I find that they are the one who is generating racism, right? It's generating from them. They're generating. This is where it come from. I think they are the creator of racism. Anyways, I find Rickford is the only person who has been standing up for the Guyanese people, and he sees what's going on in our country, and he's just for so he took his free time to stand up for people because people are not voicing their opinion, and he has been voicing his opinion about what is going on in Guyana concerning the oil and thing. And it is not fair for these people to be putting down black people. And if somebody else talk about it, they automatically they become the bad person, or they become the victim, as I should say. And I find Rick Warbird is doing a good job. And I am by him 100%. I stand by him for what he say and everything that he says or do, because he's not being wrong in this whole political, you know, war that is going on.
I hear you, Candy. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so much for
the
that.
other thing is, Moonshine Jack, they and Airflap Ali is not doing a good job up there if they feel they're any better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, Chad. You do have a wonderful
You
day.
too, Candy. Air Flapali and Moonshine Jack View. Oh, that's the donor, folks. That is the donor. That is the donor. And listen to me, Rick Ford vexed you because I thought Candy was all for me, but you're 100% for you. I vex. I vex. You stole candy from me. I vex. Moonshine Jack Dio. Here, Flapali. That's the donor, folks. That is the donor. The lines are still open. We got a couple minutes left until program time. We'd love to hear from a few more of you guys. Be as concise as possible. We got just a couple of minutes left. Good to see you, Vashti Magnot from Waterloo, Canada. Michael Fraser is joining us as well. Come to Danny. Samuel Peters, Jason McDonald. I see Chevron. Chevron is here too. How are you doing, Chevron McDonald? The whole McDonald family here, Chevron McDonald is here too. Leon Logan is here. Diane Graves Andy. Michaela Webster. Good to see you, Michaela Webster. Orvin Don Cook, Pauline Johns, Carlotta Barker. Carlotta, good to see you there. Good to see all you fantastic folks. Moonshine. Moonshine Jack Dio. I can see it on the t-shirt. Guys, the number is 627-6963 is the MMG number, folks. Folks, we want you all to come on board and to partner with us. We got bills to pay. We want to do more programs like this. We tell you we got more in store. More in store. More in store. 627-6963. Call us on that number. WhatsApp us on that number. WhatsApp, call us on that number. It's the number for our MMG also. If you guys wanna come on board and to be part of sponsoring the program financially, we invite you guys to do that. At PayPal, it's the dollar sign. Rather at Cash App, at the Cash App platform, our Cash App handle is the dollar sign 592, the dollar sign in the ring 592. Y'all confusing me. It's Candy, Candy just tumble up my head here. At Cash App, it's the dollar sign in the ring 592. At Cash App, it's the dollar sign in the ring 592. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. Just hold for us. Let me finish doing this bit concerning folks partnering with us. Stay on the line. At the MMG platform, I said it's 627-6963. And we also available via MoneyGram and Western Union. We ain't got a problem with them. They ain't got a problem with we. Folks, it's Christmas. Oh, send me a little frack to keep the program going, huh? Go right ahead. Welcome in the ring. Welcome below the belt, an affiliate of In the Ring. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Talk the things. Talk
Hi, Cheryl.
the
It's
things.
Claire. How you do?
I am good, Claire. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome below
Well,
the belt.
well,
What's on your mind?
I'm called with no issue. I called to give a shout out to my 94-year-old aunt.
Do
She
that.
tell
Do
me
that,
she's an
Claire.
ardent listener. Her name is Neela Chumley.
Uh-huh.
And she says she always hear you calling out my name. So I just want to give her a shout out.
Happy birthday, Miss Chumley. Happy birthday. 94. My
Yes,
God. Should we all be so lucky, Claire? Should we all be so lucky?
yes.
90 and 4.
All right. You take care.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you for coming through.
Auntie Neela, I hope you're listening. Have a good day.
Have a
Okay, bye.
fantastic day, Auntie. Have a fantastic day. Folks, there you have it. There you have it. Thanks for coming through, Clear. 94, folks. I wish. Not under these jagabats and these things tight times at all. We want to suffer them kind of years under these jagabats. But if we got the good life, I'd love to live to see a good old age. Love to live to see my kids grow up and get married and to, get lives of their own. I'd love to see them become. But not with these jagabats here. No, 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 no. I think we're all right. We got lots of work to do to get them out. To get them out, folks. To get them out. We got lots of work to do. Rami Leander, good to see you there. Tessa Noel, good to see you. Claudette Clark. I put an asterisk next to people named Claudette. I put an asterisk next to Claudette Clark, good to see you. Aaron Blackman, good to see you, Aaron. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see all you fantastic folks. Good to see Dan Grives and Shonel Wills. Good afternoon to you as well. Good afternoon to all you fantastic, beautiful folks out there. Why don't you take the opportunity? I see hundreds of you joining the podcast, hundreds of you joining us below the bell. Take the opportunity and share the live stream. Take the opportunity, and we want to see those emojis as well, folks. Share the live stream. I think we do. Oh, I think I lost that call. Nonetheless, Michael Fraser, we see you there. We see you, Sister Mercy, watching us from Brooklyn. Good to see you guys. Great to see you. I think we have Marilyn back with us. Hello?
Hi, Sharon.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Sharon.
Go right
Yes,
ahead.
it's me again. I have a question. My question to you is, what is the position with Sarah Lynch still in Guyana?
Mhm.
According to my knowledge, I think Sarah Lynch's tenure is up. So
Well, she must be waiting
what?
for you pack your bags for sure. I don't.
Because I'm like, what is the opposition leader and the hierarchy of the opposition doing about Sarah Lynch in Guyana?
Mhm.
That is what I really want to know, because I understand she's building some big fancy house somewhere on the East Coast. So I don't know, like she change residency.
Well, ambassadors here, especially U.S. ambassadors, there seems to be a pattern that they retire as ambassador and then they take up a portfolio here, because you had the other fellow. Remember, he
That's it,
fit
except for Bret Hart.
the one before Bret Hart. He had finished his tenure and then he went on to be CEO of the gold company here and all that. So maybe
Okay.
Sarah see a little something, a little hold on. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I guess,
But
it's
I
surprising
but
to
but
me
I
that
hear
she's
your
coming
question
out to
though.
talk about.
I hear your
It is
question.
surprising to me that she coming out to talk about the PVP got to do something against corruption when
Well,
she's a part and parcel of the corruption.
well, Marlon is surprised a lot to we. It's like pot calling the kettle black. That's what we say colloquially, right? But it is what it is, and we take it as not her in ourselves, but as the U.S. government speaking to these jagabats about their corruption, and what initiatives are they going to produce, Marlon? You and I know none.
Yeah. Yeah, we supposed to be getting another rally shortly though.
Well, I did a.
Yeah, so
I
we
did
waiting
a.
for the date.
Good.
Good.
All right, Marlon, good.
All
Thanks.
right,
Thanks
good.
for coming through.
Good. Hey.
Yep. There you have it, folks. There you have it. I see Charlene Juice is joining us. Charlene, good to see you there. As Charlene says, Burke is the PvP worst nightmare. I tend to agree with you. I see also we have Rowena Williams. Rowena, I see you a little while, girl. You all right? Everything good? I know things tight, but come around more often, man. Come around a little more often. Good to see you there, Rowena Williams. We got a lot of regulars who really have been supportive to us year after year, month after month, show after show, guys. We're so appreciative. We're so appreciative of all of you guys. I think that we have just ebbed past program time. It has been so great having each and every one of you. It means the lines close. No more calls, folks. How lunch went at your end? Some young guy, you had big bushy lunch, like Kim Walker and Kevin Jones. Donald Liverpool and them the big bushy lunch. But me, I here with my little coffee and cream, my milk and my the lovely puri from down in Roxanne Boredom there. My lovely puri, guys. It's been our privilege having each and every one of you joined our open mic Friday here below the belt. And this is our 10th episode of this podcast. And again, you guys have been really responsive to all of our programs. And again, we are so heartened by that. Share the podcast before you go. It's going to help it to get into the timelines of those folks who should really hear the information and especially hear the contributions of so many of you who have called in. I want to thank you guys, especially who called in and made the program so special today. We are very, very heartened, guys. As you go, we want you guys to stay safe. We know the weather is a little topsy turvy in lots of places. So stay safe, stay dry, stay dry. We know in Georgetown, in some portions, it's flooded, and other parts of the country, and we know it's very cold as you head into the diaspora in lots of places like the US of A, Canada, and elsewhere. It's tremendously cold, and if it's not cold, it's getting cold. So, folks, stay well wherever you are. It's been a privilege having all of you, and thank you to all the persons who called in to contribute to our first open mic Friday. And we're telling you all this, it's not going to be the last. It is not going to be the last. I know what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to bring some folks here on our next open mic Friday to answer some of the questions because I, unfortunately, do not speak on behalf of the opposition yet. Yet. That being said, folks, it's been a privilege having you. Stay safe. That's our program for today.